Welcome to Truth by Billie Beene. Today's date, February 26, 2025. Time in Texas about 11 a.m. I'm going to do a short flash. President Trump cuts money to Nato. We say bring it. A Texas rancher has been killed by the cartels. Romania goes full communist. And what's up with China and the cartels? So let's get started. So we have reports of a Texas rancher near Brownsville. His ranch is in Texas and then extends into Tamaulipas, Mexico. He was killed a few days ago on his own ranch when his vehicle hit an IED, a small bomb. We know, I reported probably several weeks ago, that the cartels, once they understood they were going to likely be facing the U.S. military, planted IEDs along the Texas-Mexico border. Well, now one has killed a Texas rancher, Antonio Saldarera, and someone who worked for him, Horatio Lopez, and Lopez's wife was injured and hospitalized. We have a statement from Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller. You know, watch out when you're in this area, and the U.S. State Department has issued a travel warning for Texas citizens traveling to Tamaulipas, Mexico. This IED, it's being put forth by the U.S., was planted by the Sinaloa cartels. So that's going on. And now we have this. We have some earthquake activity going off along the Juan de Fuca tectonic plate near Vancouver, Canada. We had a 5.3 occur in the last 24 hours, 6.2 miles deep. But this is like the fourth earthquake in this area in the last 3 days. That also impacted the U.S. in terms of feeling it. We also had a small earthquake this morning in Georgia. That was a 2.6. So that's going on. Worldwide, we have 38 volcanoes erupting. Now, space weather, we don't have flares impacting the Earth. We do have solar wind. No CMEs, but we do have the prospects of a low-level geomagnetic storm, a G1 to 3, for March 1. And that's based on the impact of the solar wind on the Earth. Now, yesterday we have in South America, in Chile, from about midway of South America down to the tip of South America, Chile. We had 14 out of 16 regions have a blackout that lasted about 24 hours. That happened yesterday. Today, 90% of the electricity is up. But the reason for the blackout is being stated as not being known. What caused most of Chile to go black yesterday? There were no weather events, so that's going on. And now we have this from Steve Quayle's aggregate site, Daily Mail. Yeah, we did have that earthquake yesterday near Juan de Fuca, and it hit about 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so that's going on. And now we have this from Zero Hedge. Yeah, so we're hearing from whistleblowers inside U.S. intel agencies. And we heard a few days ago President Trump's AG, Pam Bondi, say, "I've got the Epstein files sitting on my desk." Well, that was 4 days ago. And now people are saying, well, release the list. We want to know. But whistleblowers within the FBI and other intel agencies are saying that individuals within the agencies are shredding files and deleting computer files. So that's going on. And we have this information coming out from Florida, House Representative Anna Paulina Luna, who says there's a massive war going on in the intel agencies. Corruption is being exposed that equals actual treason. So those Epstein files must be hot, hot, hot. We have this also. President Trump is taking control of the U.S. pressers and has advised his press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, to tell the press groups that from now on, President Trump and his press secretary are in charge of who gets into the White House press room. And it's no longer in the hands of the White House Correspondents Association. Only President Trump and his press secretary, Caroline Leavitt. So that's going on. And we have this. So, yeah, that President Trump doesn't believe the White House Correspondents Association members represent the news outlets that most Americans are actually listening to. So that's why the White House is no longer allowing a professional press group to control who gets into the White House pressers. Only President Trump. Way to go. And we have this from Hal Turner. Today. No, this happens on February 28th. Today's February 26th. The U.S. is cutting all money to NATO. And this includes all money for defense outlets plus administrative cost. No more U.S. money to NATO. And President Trump is expecting Zelensky to be in the U.S. Friday to sign a minerals deal. So that's going on. And we have going on February 27. There will be a second meeting between the U.S. and Russia diplomats. This will take place in Istanbul, Turkey. The objective of the meeting, as the first meeting, was not so much about Ukraine as it is about normalizing relationships between the U.S. and Russian embassies. This announcement is being put out by Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov. So we see President Trump moving ahead with peace. Now, Romania has gone recall. We had President Trump's Vice President J.D. Vance, President Trump's Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and others give speeches. In a recent European meeting in which it came out that there was criticism by the U.S. of Europe passing laws to censor speech, passing laws to censor religion, and taking moves such as in Romania and the nation of Georgia to control elections. Since then, we've seen in the last 24 hours, Romania goes full communist. Now, Romania, so we've got Ukraine, Poland, we've got Slovakia, Hungary, Romania. And Romania had an election, I believe that was about 3 to 4 weeks ago. The conservative Christian individual Georgescu, Kalen Georgescu, won the election. So the Romanian government, under the control, obviously, of the deep state, wouldn't allow the election choice to go forth, and the current deep state president of Romania said he wasn't going to step down, and the election was nullified. Now there's another election to take place in May, and it's predicted that Kalen Georgescu would once again win. Well, Romania went a step further to clearly identify themselves to the world as being full stop communist, and using a similar tactic in Romania as we saw the deep state try against President Trump. Lawfare. So the Romanian government has just arrested Kalen Georgescu and charged him with fascism. You gotta be kidding. Yeah, Romania, full stop communist, taking and lifting its skirt, saying to the world, in Romania, we have a communist government. So that's going on. President Trump is gathering up money for the U.S. in different ways. One way is putting forth tariffs and charges on Chinese ships. And this is to be extended to many other Chinese ships. And this is coming out from Zelle. What's up with shipping? A U.S. trade representative, all Chinese ships going to the U.S. will be charged a toll. And we know in America we're beginning to identify who are our real logistical enemies. And that would be China, who produces the fentanyl, plus is embedded CCP in many parts of South America and inside the U.S. and Canada and Mexico. So we're beginning to identify who are our enemies, and that would be China and the cartels. So that's going on. We have this now from TFI Global. President Trump is threatening Ukraine to cut off Starlink, to cut their ability to have military or civilian internet. So that's going on. And we have this. Zelensky apparently is going to be signing a minerals deal worth about $500 billion to the U.S., including no security guarantee, meaning no U.S. military in Ukraine. So that's going on. And I have this from a Facebook friend. Pipelines have been opened by President Trump. And now in our U.S. National Petroleum Reserve, it's full for the first time in 3 years. Now we have this going on. More information coming out about what is the role of President Trump's DOGE group. And this is this term is coming out. It's called God mode. And this has to do with DOGE Also being responsible for continuity of government in a computer way. So the number one goal for DOGE, this comes from Hal Turner's Intel, is to put in place AI algorithms that can access all government money transactions and can separate these records in terms of where did this money go and track the bank accounts of who received it. And now that DOGE has put into all U.S. government computer systems AI algorithms, it now has a permanent record. And so those computer records cannot be shredded, nor deleted, nor blown up, because now there's a separate record of all government money in and out. And this correlates to this continuity of government move by DOGE, correlates to Jamie Dimon, head of Morgan Chase Bank, recently dumping $233 million. Warren Buffett in the last 6 months dumping millions. And we're seeing things going on with crypto. 110 billion crypto wiped out. That happened February 23. But since then, we're seeing $1 million crypto accounts also being wiped out. So we're seeing steps being taken. We just saw a bomb go off and kill a Texas rancher. We do know that the cartels have buried IEDs along the Texas-Mexico border. We're seeing the U.S. military doing recon in Mexico. It's believed now to put forth where are these cartel assets in Mexico and also in Canada. So that's going on. So it's reasonable to believe that the U.S. government should be making continuity of government moves, and we see President Trump using DOGE to collect the computer records, especially of all money in and out of the U.S. government. So it's good to pray for America, the U.S. military, President Trump, and world peace. I love you, and I'll see you soon.